Chris Cuomo here. Welcome to NewsNation. This is where right and left can come to be reasonable. Hey, guess what? You were right. You were even more right than you knew when you said it. So many of you reach out to say, Cuomo, I got to tell you, social media, there's something weird there. It's not reality. I don't know people like who I'm seeing on here. You were right. We are being played. And in a true irony, the man in part responsible for the problem also delivered us proof of the same. Musk launched a new feature on X that allows us to see where people are really posting from. We now know many of the most popular rage bait accounts, the MAGA American Patriots, little blue check mark, right? Guess where they're from? Russia, India, Nigeria, Bangladesh. The worst culprits were all verified accounts. MAGA Nation, 400,000 followers. I think I've gotten hit by them before. Claims to be an American first patriot in their bio. Today they posted the names of the 19 foreign-born members of Congress. And that quote, something needs to change. Someone not born here should never decide America's future. One of the ugliest, most divisive ideas in our politics right now. Guess where they are? Some Eastern European country. Another verified account, the American Patriot, 143,000 followers. The bio, Air Force veteran based in Florida. Yeah. Today they said, Senator Mark Kelly is a traitor. F around and find out. Guess where they're from? They're tweeting from Chile. Come on. I mean, look, now the left heard about this, right? And they're like, this is such vindication for us. No, it's vindication about half of you, okay? How about on their side? Oh, here's the part. Now comes the eye roll. Oh, both sides, Cuomo. Listen, I don't know how many times I have to say it, okay? This game is killing us. And just because you have picked a team does not mean the rest of us should be forced to play. And there are fake accounts on the left as well in an anti-Trump world. All right, this account claiming to be the Democratic Socialists of America, saying they're based in the U.S., recently celebrating Dick Cheney's death, saying it was 84 years too late. Guess where they're posting from? Portugal. There are these accounts pretending to be Gazans like Yasmin Mohammed, who claimed to be a mother with starving kids, begging users to send her donations. It's based in India, okay? And here's the really scary part. How many accounts have they gone through? The best reporting I can find is that this is still just a small sample. So we have no idea how many accounts are Fugazi. And I doubt we ever will, because if Elon controls that information, why would he want you to know? I gotta believe he's regretting this as it is. Now, what is not a mystery is why this happened. Twitter started paying users for creating engaging posts. Enragement is how you get engagement. So the more engaging your post, what does that mean? The more outrageous it is. And that makes you make more money. Social media is designed on algorithms that reward the worst of us. Insults, mis and disinformation, whatever divides. You can complain about real media platforms all you want, but this is the root of the rot. And the only people arguing otherwise, the only people who are saying, you have to look at all of these non-traditional, they are being paid to trash our society and our media, and they may not even be American, okay? Look, people abroad are trying to destroy us here at home, and they are winning. Forewarned is forearmed. Now you know. I hope this information changes a lot of habits, and I'm going to get into more about how bad this is and how much worse it may be with some better minds in a moment. But, can't miss an opportunity off the top to say thank you. I am thankful for all of you. Amor fati. I love all that comes with this. All the nice things that I don't deserve, all the crap that I don't deserve. I am thankful for all of it because all of it is an opportunity. And Thanksgiving is everything to me. Thanksgiving is so important because it is the inculcation of everything we're supposed to be about. And I don't give a damn about pilgrims and Indians, okay? I'm talking about the practice of gratitude, of true virtue. That's why Christians call it the Eucharist. The word Eucharist means thanksgiving in Greek. It's thanksgiving for all of God's blessings. This is the closest thing to a secular holy day that we have. So I am thankful to be in a position to expose what we were just talking about and to do things the right way here at NewsNation. I know it doesn't please a lot of you a lot of the time. That's your problem, not the truth's problem, not fairness's problem, okay? Fairness doesn't care how you feel about it. That is the rule at NewsNation and the Chris Cuomo Project. And I gotta tell you, thank you for a growing number of you choosing to do what is hard, especially these days, especially with these poison factories that I'm talking to you about tonight on social media. So many of you decided to push down the temptation to just be angry all the time and focus on reasons that you're right about everything and the other side is the devil. Thank you for reaching for reasonable. Thank you so much for being part of NewsNation. It literally is about you. You are NewsNation. And I have to thank personally my family. I don't know if they're watching, but my family has to put up with so much poison that comes their way because of what I chose for all of us. And I'm so thankful for their forgiveness and their forbearance. And I thank my team, which of course means Dusty, most of all, my real partner. Not a work wife, because we would have killed each other by now. But I've never had anybody who works as much as she does or as well as she does, and I never will again. She is the best. She doesn't care what she does with her hair because she knows she's gonna look better than me no matter what, but I take it. She is in the control room trying to convince everybody to hate me as usual. And I wanted to know what the people there are thankful for. I wanted to use this moment, but of course, Dusty had to pick who gets to speak. So, who do we start with, Dusty? Are you gonna say what you're thankful for? Look, see, she's directing everything. That was a test. You failed. Kyle, the director, what are you thankful for?
Well, Chris, I'm thankful for this beautiful family I got here. They bring me a lot of joy. And I'm thankful that November is almost over. Sure.
Nice. So beautiful. Good for you. Wait a minute. What'd you say about November?
Yeah, I'm thankful it's almost over because we don't have to look at that mustache.
Wait, what? My daughter calls it a mouse stash. Oh, look, it's my mouse stash proxy.
I'm thankful for my family and friends and to be your mustache by proxy. And I guess Italian by proxy, too.
It's true. Lucci is like a real Italian man. You see that thing? He's been growing it 15 minutes.
I'm Ben. I'm thankful for my girlfriend, Dana. I love you. You make me the man I am today.
Oh, my goodness. How's your mother supposed to feel about that?
My entire
it's too late. It's too late. And can you believe that's the guy who works on the mono with me? You see how much heavy lifting I have to do? He forgot his own mother. Put it down.
April.
April, sorry.
Thank you. I'm thankful for my family and my friends and mind-numbing reality television.
Hey, wait, is that us? Oh, good.
All right, we'll just finish it up because we do have a show. But Chris, you and I have been together in one form or another for decades now.
We measure it by doctor's appointments.
And I'm incredibly thankful for you for bringing me along on this, and also just for all the people that make us laugh, because life has dealt us a lot of, I can say it's shit, right? Over the last 30 years, and we keep each other laughing, and so do a lot of people that we work with here, and I think that's what I'm really thankful for.
We laugh with each other and we laugh at them. It's the perfect balance.
It is.
And Dusty has said I should keep the mustache.
No,
so I
she
will.
did not.
On her say so, I'll keep it. All right. I'm thankful for all of you guys. I can't believe Ben Normitz put his girlfriend before his mom. Wow, was that a huge mistake. All right. Now, let's talk about what affects all of us the same way, okay? You knew it, and now we really know it. You suspected it, now you know. We're being done dirty on social media. Let's bring in a former senior data scientist at X when it was Twitter, Melissa Ingold. Now, I've had Melissa on the show before to help us understand processes that were ongoing when she was there. And of course, the one and only, the woman who has seemingly been involved in every meaningful investigation ever in the history of the CIA and the FBI, Special Agent Tracy Walder. No matter what I want to talk about, someone's always like, oh, you know, Tracy was actually in charge of yeah. So it's good to have you both. I'm thankful for you both. But Melissa, I want to start with you. you are not surprised by what we're learning. What do you know about really what the business model is in social media, what it's rewarding, and how?
Absolutely. During my time at Twitter, we saw it over and over again. Foreign actors, whether they're state-sponsored or just opportunistic, they're creating, amplifying division on elections, immigration, culture wars. It's not always malicious, although sometimes it is. The entire modern content moderation apparatus was born after the 2016 election, when there was a perception that misinformation influenced the election. Personally, I'm going to give it to Elon Musk for turning on these location services. Like you said, he gave us greater transparency, but it showed it's like turning on the lights at night in the kitchen and the cockroaches go scattering. That's what we saw.
Well, one more thing, Melissa. I'm with you on the transparency, of course, but it is a choice to create algorithms that reward outrage and enragement as engagement. Why is that the choice? Is it because nothing makes money like that, or is it just what they wanted?
Yeah, I think the Elon Musk's monetization of the platform prior to him being on, it was not a monetized platform. That really drove this trend. It was never a for the faint of heart, Twitter, even in my time there, but it's just amplified since then. I think this is one of several attempts that he's trying to do to sort of pull back on that, sort of leash things in, but people are opportunistic. That's why I'm saying it's not always malicious. It's some people trying to make money. That stuff makes money. It drives traffic. People are more engaged, and that's why they do it.
So, Tracy, that's why I wanted to talk to you, because I think they've won. I think they figured it out. America is eating itself alive in real time, second by second, and more Americans are getting absorbed into what used to be magnified minorities. How do you identify it as a national security threat, or is this just us paying the price of free speech?
Yeah, and Melissa, I completely agree with what she's saying. The reality is it's always been there. I don't think that this is anything new. Russia is the largest country in the world that engages in psyops, and that's really all this is digital psyops. And now that you can be paid for it, you know, they're trying to get individuals to come and work for them and be paid for this outrageous content. The U.S. for the Global Threat Index is ranked 4th in terms of susceptibility to disinformation. That's bad, Chris. That is not a good rank to be on. And because we are ranked that high, and because we are allowing, I guess my biggest question is now that we are seeing some of these major accounts, right? Some of them have millions of followers. Why are they not being deplatformed for lying? Why don't we have any bounce back for that? That is a threat to national security, and we are shining a light on it, but we are doing absolutely nothing about it.
And my question for you is, my understanding is that we don't know how many of the accounts that they've applied this mechanism to. So we're not privy to that data. I don't know what percentage of accounts that they found, you know, in any metric. I can't give you any of them. Should that be information that Elon Musk has to turn over?
In my opinion, yes. If we are going to go into transparency, and if we are going to shine a light essentially on where these individuals are coming from or tweeting or Xing from, the reality is that we need to know how many have had this light kind of shown on them. I have to be honest with you, I'm not sure that we're ever going to be privy to that information. I feel that it is select accounts that they are sort of willing to, I guess, throw under the bus, if you will, in terms of providing their location. I think if they did, we would see a lot more coming from China and Iran. Right now, the focus seems to be on Eastern European accounts.
I just hate, Melissa, how Orwellian it is. I mean, it is so, we've seen the enemy and it is us. You know, and I hate that it's by design. You know, it's not like somebody figured out something clever. So from your time there and what you understand about the systems and processes, this is something where they can absolutely know the full accounting of how many accounts in this space are legit versus being done in a fraudulent manner, yes?
This is a problem that tech can absolutely solve. Like CSAM, like political misinformation, they can solve it if they want to put more resources at it. The problem is it's going to impact traffic to the site. It's going to impact engagement, so they're not motivated to do so.
I'm totally with you. Melissa, it's good to see you again. I wish you the best for this Thanksgiving. And Tracy Walder, man, you are the gift that keeps giving. Your insight is spot on. Thank you for using your experience to help us understand where we are and where we may be headed. The best to you and the family for Thanksgiving. I'm thankful for both of you. All right, here comes the big man. A test of the generosity of spirit indeed. Bill O'Reilly. Who is he thankful for other than me? I don't count as an answer, so he will not offer me because that's taken for granted. Look at that. That head should be on a coin. Next. Okay, so here we are, right around what the White House said was somewhat of a soft deadline for peace between Ukraine and Russia. I don't know how much you're paying attention, but every piece of information that comes out makes this very clear that the White House, our president, believes this deal has to go through Russia and Ukraine is going to have to accept it. Now, does that make sense when Ukraine's our ally? But what if you're just making a power judgment? Now, today we learned about a leaked phone call that is not a surprise to me, but it's certainly burning up everybody's feed. Why? Well, because it's divisive, right? Trump's envoy, Steve Witkoff. Now, remember, I'm impressed by Witkoff because this cat has been put into a position where he's had to negotiate Middle East peace between terrorists and Israel, and now he's dealing with Putin. The guy does commercial real estate, and this is the position he's in. I've been very impressed by that. But I am not surprised to hear him coaching Putin's guys about how to deal with Trump. One, I've heard about that a lot in politics from administration to administration. And second, you know, don't be so naive, okay? These phone calls, these meetings are absolutely worked up in advance. Now, let's get perspective from a man who doesn't just understand this president very well, he understands this process very well. Best-selling author of Confronting Evil, Bill O'Reilly. Good to have you. I am thankful for you this year and every year. It's good to see you.
Well, you should be thankful for me, Cuomo.
Oh, God.
I kind of lift this whole enterprise up when I'm here.
Yes, like hot gas.
Witkoff, you want to start with Witkoff?
Yes.
So, negotiations are very difficult in this world when you have one madman, Putin, and another party, Trump, who just wants out. Trump just wants out. He doesn't feel that this is good for anybody on the planet. He understands the Ukrainian suffering. He does. But he just wants to get it over. So what Witkoff's role isn't saying you can have Donbass and then Ukraine will have this. That's not what it is. It's trying to convince the Putin whisperers to go about the situation in a way that will relieve, keyword, the President of the United States. Now, this has been done many, many times, many times. You know who was the best at this in modern American history?
Who?
Henry Kissinger.
Oh, interesting. The last guy we had who was Secretary of State, NSS, and NSA at the same time. Kissinger was that for 2 years. Rubio is that now.
Before he died, I got to know Dr. Kissinger very well. He was a flatterer. He would say all kinds of things, particularly when Nixon was president, they wanted out of Vietnam. And so this isn't some crazy story coming out of nowhere, and that's what Bloomberg portrayed it as.
I agree.
All right, Bloomberg, not one of my go-to news agencies, agenda all day long, run by one guy doesn't like Trump, and it bleeds through all of their coverage. Even their financial coverage, where they go out of their way to suppress the good inflation news, the stock market news, Bloomberg goes out of its way to tamp it down. That's what drives me crazy. One thing I'm not thankful for is the American media. So this is a bogus story, another hysterical story. What is important, and what people should understand, is that Zelenskyy has zero power now.
Yeah.
He didn't have much power when they yelled at him for the sweatshirt. 6 months ago. Now he's got none.
Yeah, I don't like
advisors
it, but I don't disagree. I don't disagree. I think that there's a lot of sympathy for Zelenskyy, but not in this administration. This administration sees Russia as the one that it has to appease in this process because they have more power and more influence in other situations. And Ukraine's going to pay the price for that, I fear.
Appease is not the right word. Accommodate is the word.
I'll give you that. I'll give you accommodate.
Thank you. So there's a back end on the deal. And again, the American media ignores the back end. Yes, Zelenskyy is going to have to give up territory. And the main reason is 3 of his top advisors have allegedly stolen millions of dollars, and that thing's going to pop wide open. And I don't know whether Zelensky's involved or not. I have no blanking clue. But when you got your 3 top guys, one of whom has fled already from Ukraine, and you know the history of Ukraine, one of the most corrupt places, Burisma.
Yeah, kleptocracy, maybe even a kakistocracy.
Okay, absolutely. And you've got hundreds of billions of dollars floating around that country. Trump knows that, okay? U.S. intel knows that. They know that Zelensky's right on the cliff. Right on the cliff. And that's why Zelenskyy okayed this deal so fast. Because he knows it. No bargaining power. NATO is totally withdrawing from Zelenskyy. So what is likely to happen is that it'll get a favorable deal to Putin. But Putin, as insane as he is right now, he's a psychopath, may not take it. He wants to kill people. Last night he killed 6 more. For what? You got your guy in Doha close to a peace agreement, and you're still blowing up women and children?
Yeah, he's always...
This is the worst guy on...
Yeah, he's always done that. This is why he's on Bill's, the cover of Bill's book. Go ahead, make your point, then I want to ask you something else.
Putin's the worst guy on the planet. Period.
It's a tough case to rebut right now. Let me ask you something. I've been building towards this show after show. Cost of living, affordability, call it what you want. That is the issue that is going to carry the majority's interest. They can be distracted for a moment, but long term, that's what it's going to be about. It can be argued lots of different ways. I have a feeling that whether it winds up being right or wrong for him, the president has to take back the mantle of who sells the administration to the American people from his lieutenants. Bessent is killing him. He's a smart guy. He's a sophisticated guy. He is not a salesman. And cost of living was MAGA's signature issue for the largest part of the country. Yes, immigration mattered, vindictiveness against deep state and the Democrats. But cost of living, the left is working very hard to take that issue. I think only the president can make the case for himself, not his lieutenants.
Well, he understands that.
Does he? Because he lets them talk for him a lot. And I think it's hurting him.
Yeah, he sends people out there, but he is basically the spokesperson. And the others do pretty much what they do. Bessent, I don't know him. And I don't have any info going in and out of Treasury to the White House. I just don't know. I can't really comment with authority on that. But what Trump has accomplished so far is pretty good. And that message is certainly not getting out.
No way.
Now, he's got that wall, that media wall, just as we talked about with Bloomberg. He's got that wall. It's never going to give him anything. But Thanksgiving dinner is down 5%. Anybody with a 401k rocketed this year. And everybody should put stops on their stocks because that thing is just going crazy. The salaries for people in America are going up, generally speaking, because unemployment is fairly low. All right? And people need good people. They need them, and they'll pay for them. So that you've got a lot of good trends that are coming up in less than a year. He needs another 6 months to solidify that. Where Trump's going to run into problems is with his own party. Because his own party is going to kill the $2,000 rebate to all. They don't want that. They're going to kill an extension of Obamacare because the Republican hardline conservatives, Senator Ron Johnson is their leader out of Wisconsin, we can't spend any more money. We can't. We're going to bankrupt the whole thing. It's going to collapse. And Johnson, he's got a big point. Now, Trump doesn't want to hear that. He's not a restrained spender. Donald Trump isn't. He'll spend to get what he wants. But then you have the Trump people all right, who want to put a friendly face on the economy against the conservatives who are Dr. No. No, 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 no. No more spending. That is a really tricky problem for Trump.
Well, I appreciate your perspective on it. I do believe it's the signature issue. I mean, we get easily distracted, but the distractions are getting more intense but shorter in duration. And that issue is only growing, especially the healthcare piece. And the Democrats want that, and hopefully it's the fight the country needs. So I'm here for it. But I don't think the president's going to win it if he's not the one making his own case, because these guys, I don't think they're getting it done. Bill O'Reilly, I wish you well. I'll talk to you on Thanksgiving, of course, but I appreciate you being part of the family here at News Nation. Thank you, sir.
Okay, happy Thanksgiving to all the Cuomos and to all News Nation viewers.
All right, 4 minutes and 30 seconds. We'll take a break here. Something I saw really pissed me off. And it was like someone saying the truth out loud, you know, what they say, the quiet part out loud. Remember the Campbell soup commercials? I grew up on them. Our soup is good. Remember? I grew up eating Campbell soup. Well, guess what? It may not be good. And guess who knows that? Campbell's. And guess why they don't care? That's the part that gets me. Next. Food can be medicine, food can be poison, okay? And more when we're looking at what's going on with our food, it is scary. And I saw something that really made this point in a horrible way. Campbell soup, okay? I don't know about you, but I grew up making it. And in fact, it was the first thing that I learned how to cook, was because you used to have to cut it with water, right? It's a staple for all of us, or so many of us, a generation of us. Now, an executive at the company was put on leave, okay, for, I think, telling the truth. He was caught on tape saying the chicken, like the kind in their famous chicken soup that I've eaten probably 10 gallons of, is actually manufactured by a 3D printer. Watch this.
We have that's for poor people. Who buys our I don't buy Campbell's products barely anymore. It's unhealthy. Now that I know what the in it, I could eat bioengineered meat. I don't want to eat a piece of chicken that came from a 3D printer.
Now, look, here's what pisses me off about this, right? And I'll get you into the details in a second. But we are in a point in our history where we got to figure out who wins and who loses in our system. That's what's behind the healthcare crisis, okay? Is, hey, look, you got to be able to make money. You got to take care of your shareholders. You get incentives as corporations, tax incentives, okay, regulatory incentives that other people don't. Why? Because of your use for society, because you hire people, because you help them have livelihoods. But if they can't really have livelihoods, if you're making us sick with what you make, if your ability to make money is compromised because of other people who work for you and their ability to survive, we got to rethink it. And when you're making stuff that you won't eat yourself, it's time to rethink it. The Florida AG heard that audio and is launching an investigation. Campbell's, the company, says the allegations are completely false, inaccurate, and absurd. But then why would he say it? And what's the reality about how much of our food is real food anymore? Let's bring in food industry analyst, supermarket guru, Mr. Phil Lempert. I am definitely thankful for you for many, many years. It's good to see you again, my friend. Happy Thanksgiving in advance. Whether this guy is telling the truth or not, whether it's the phrase natural flavors or the laundry list of things we can't pronounce, there's plenty of fake in our food, yes or no?
Yes, but let me be clear. Nobody is making a chicken on a 3D printer.
Yet.
That is not happening yet. Bioengineering has come a long way, and there's a lot of companies that are testing it. It comes really from cellular, and basically what they do is they take cells of chicken or beef, and they use that to make more beef or more chicken, but it's not coming out of a 3D printer.
I know, but does that make you feel any better? Put it this way, was it ever running around and making choices? No. That's my concern. The fact that he knows who's buying it, and they don't give a damn because this is what poor people are going to eat. I'm not eating it.
Well, Chris, let's remember something. Our food supply has been built in this country to make cheap food and make it in high quantities. And it's really just been, recently that this has really come to people's attention. And now we want to have organic food. We want to have, curated food and so on. But for years, it was how cheap can we make our food supply?
But let's talk about why. Part of that was need, right? Survival, almost subsistence, if not, thriving. But it's also about profits. It's about allowing companies to make money more than they do anything else of value. And that's because they hire us and because of capitalism. But knowing the industry the way you do you think it's absurd to want to re-examine what they give versus what they get?
Oh, absolutely. And frankly, what we see is we see consumers up in arms. Certainly, what's going on at USDA and FDA with RFK Jr., with artificial colors and so on. I mean, people are very upset about the foods that we're eating. We want to eat cleaner. We want to eat better. We want to eat healthier foods. No question about it. But that's going to come at a price. It's not going to be the cheap food that we're used to. We're not going to be able to get, a McDonald's hamburger for 99 cents anymore.
Right. Or that, you get to make profits, but if you want to get the incentives that we give you, taxation, regulatory, all the preferences that businesses get, you're going to have to earn it. And it can't just be that your bottom line becomes our bottom line, because this is what you get. You get bioengineered meat and a bunch of crap that they wouldn't eat because that's the cheapest. But that means that all that matters is profit. And as you learned long ago, capitalism without conscience is just greed. And this story kind of screamed that to me. And Phil, I appreciate you setting us straight. No 3D printers yet, but if you can make it in a dish, you already lost me, brother. You already lost me, okay? It's got to have feet, man. It's got to run around if it's going to be meat, okay? But Phil Lempert, I appreciate you, and have a great Thanksgiving. We'll talk again soon.
Thank you, Chris. You too.
Okay. Am I wrong? Am I wrong that social media may be more about who's provoking you for profit than it is real people voicing their truth? Am I wrong that this is a window into our food supply and how we are literally eating ourselves to death? Have your say. What are you thankful for? 844-968-7720. Let's get after it. So here we are, deep into the finer points of Thanksgiving cooking, and I say to Dusty, who do you have?
Well, first of all, before we go, can I say that I'm very thankful for Ron, because Ron's over here and he needs to be thanked.
Why? Is he upset he didn't get to make his witness?
Very. He's been upset. No. He thinks I cut him out.
Well, she did.
Anyway.
Oh, he's upset now.
He's upset
Poor
now.
Ron.
He's upset. Okay.
He had to sit there today and watch Dusty clean her teeth.
Would you stop it? God.
I only speak the truth.
TMI, my lord.
I only speak the truth.
Okay, let's move on. Moving on. Jeff from Pittsburgh.
Jeff, what's your question?
Hey, Chris, thanks for taking my call. First of all, I don't have a question. I'm thankful for being able to getting with my family.
Good.
But what I'm not thankful for is the comment that Bill O'Reilly and Scott Bessing and all the guys on the right make about dinner is cheaper this year. They have never, ever probably been in a Sam's Club, a Costco, a Walmart, or whatever grocery stores in their area, because if they had been, they would see that prices are through the roof. They're
listen,
cheaper.
I'm with you. You don't have to convince me about this. He was making his point. Look, the trick with economics is it's always about where you want to pick it. What price, where, at what time, compared to what. Turkey is down, but all the fixins are up. So net, is your Thanksgiving more or less expensive? Likely more. Is inflation up or down? It's up, but the rate of increase is starting to slow. See, these are all relative truths. This is why you can't be one and done. It can't be a gotcha contest. You got to have this dialogue ongoing to make the case to the American people. You are not wrong, and I am with you. Next.
Next, we're going to go to more about Bill O'Reilly. Mike from Glendale.
I mean, whose show is this? No, Mike, what's your question?
Chris, how you doing? I totally disagree with what Riley said earlier. I just want to get your point of view. He mentioned that Putin is the worst person in the world. I disagree with him. I think Benjamin Netanyahu is the worst person in the world because he's committing genocide. What is your take on it?
My take is there is an absurdity to who is the worst person in the world. Putin is a killer out of convenience. I do not believe that there is any reasonable case to be made that Gaza is a genocide. I don't even believe the basis of suspicion that was used by different UN entities that were basically feeding off what Hamas was telling them. And I believe that you should free Palestine, free Palestine from Hamas. The people who are killing them right now, and all the same people who say what you said about Bibi, say nothing about them. And to me, it makes you lose legitimacy on the argument. But I appreciate your take. Next.
Next, we have Jason from Texas, Houston.
What's your question?
Hey, Chris, how you doing?
You tell me.
Well, I'd just like to say with these podcasts, a lot of people aren't looking for news. They're looking for people to tell them what they want to hear.
That's right.
And that's what you're seeing back and forth with these podcasts.
That's right.
And if I could add something real quick, my brother lives in Kiev. He's lived there for 14 years. This war is personal to me. And from what I see of this peace deal, only thing that's going to happen is they're going to give Putin 2 or 3 years to reload and give him a head start.
That is a legit concern. This is a bad dude who doesn't believe in anything but his own advantage. Now, you could be cynical and say, how does that make him different from anybody else? Well, look at Ukraine. And I do fear that Ukraine is going to be forced to cede part of itself. And they went into this war thinking it was worth fighting to the death for all or none. They wanted Crimea back, let alone giving away even any eastern portion of their sovereign territory. I am very concerned about this. I am absolutely partial to Ukraine in this situation. I think they have been done wrong, and I think they've been an example to the world of how to come together. But I don't like the signals I'm seeing, and this administration is not wrong to see Russia as the more important of the two players, right? I don't like that that's true, but it is true. Next.
Let's get to some of our regulars here for Thanksgiving. Maddie Stew.
Maddie Stew, what can I do for you?
Hey, Chris. Happy Thanksgiving to you and your family. Very thankful for you. Is this our last year we know we're alone on the planet? Now with this new documentary, does Donald Trump have to address this, that we're not alone on the universe anymore?
If I were he, I would, because I would want to own the narrative. Look, I don't know about not alone. I literally don't know. I don't have the arrogance to believe that only Earth has figured out life. Every time I talk to Neil deGrasse Tyson, he's telling me that the universe is expanding more and less understood than we ever knew before. So I don't have that arrogance, okay? But I also don't have proof of anything else. And that's what kills me about this story. It's not about little green men in the basement. It's the lack of transparency for decades with our money, our resources, and our people, and absolutely no transparency. That's what I think. Who else?
Let's top off our thankful day with Mr. Positive.
Oh, Mr. Positive. I love you. We have a separate text thread going. This guy's always on national radio all over the place. Great insights, a philosopher himself. What do you got, big boy?
Oh, brother CC, love ya. Just want to give thanks to my family, my mom, my twin brother, my older brother, and you, your wisdom that you bestow upon us. Oh, my God, people, this man knows his stuff. Trust me. I love you, brother. Oh, I love you. And Dusty and the whole crew.
All right, let's not get crazy with the Dusty stuff. Mr. Positive, I appreciate you. I appreciate your perspective. I think you just called me a Jew, but that's okay. I take it as a compliment. No, I'm kidding. He said you, but I appreciate you. Thank you for being part of the mix here and making us better. All right? Dusty, I think I got to go. So.
You have a minute. I mean, you can go,
You sure?
though. Yeah, you can thank me again, or you can go.
Well, I do thank you all the time, and I love our process, and I love you. You are a warrior of the light. Dusty deals with so much stuff all the time.
We all do. We all
personal
do.
and professional. Look, everybody does, but
We all
not
do.
everybody carries the burden the same way. Everybody's got hard times. The question is, are hard times, you are a weep machine, but are hard times going to make you more or less? You are a warrior. Hard times make you more. Not everybody can check that box. I know I struggle to not be on one knee half the time. And I love watching you do it. I love how you do it, and I love who you are, and I love what you're helping us do here at NewsNation. They have no idea what you do for this place on a regular basis, but we would never be where we are without you and the rest of the team.
That's right,
That's why we're going to have our holiday party. I won't forget. Gotta go. You hear the music. We'll be right back. Just like we'll be doing on Thanksgiving, you get a double helping tonight of Cuomo at 10 p.m. Our special, which is really worth a watch, called Killing Cancer, starts. And Leland Vitter takes the baton right now.
Well, stick around through On Balance and you get to the double helping of Cuomo. There you go. It's like having to sit down with the relatives before you get the big Christmas feast or the Thanksgiving feast. Chris, happy Thanksgiving. Grateful to you and your friendship.
I wish you all good things. Your first Thanksgiving as a married man. You are now officially a family, and I'm thankful to have you in my life.
Well, feel the same way about you, and certainly about Rachel as well and her family. Good to see you. Enjoy time with the people you love. Chris,